Insider Bets. It's Josh here. We are back. I'm going to re-record this video for the racing on the 27th of December, as I recorded it yesterday. And after final decks, every single one of my picks, bar one, was chucked out. So thought it's kind of pointless posting that up. Bit of a waste of time, so I thought I'd just give it a speed run through it here on towards the end of Boxing Day, with a bit more updated fields and some more updated tips, just so you don't have 4 non-runners tomorrow. Bit of a shocker, but what we can do? I'm knackered, not feeling brilliant, but we persevere. I did have a good day today in Boxing Day. Albies Legend ran up 4-1 at Wincanton. I was there for that. It was really impressive and made it a lot sweeter. I definitely can't complain about that. Topville Ben ran up 12-1 into place money in the Ryland Merrick Handicap Chase at Wetherby. So got some decent place money from that, and the other selection was in the King George, and obviously Mr. Fisher got pulled up, and Esterion Fallon would have at least come second had he not fell at the last. I think he would have had a real chance to win that 7-1, but hey ho, we move on. We've still got a win and some good place money for our other 2 selections, so not too bad a day at all. So yeah, I'll just run through this one quickly. Grey Diamond in the 105 at Chepstow, he's out. Had Dragon Bones, I really like Dragon Bones, the 155 at Kempton, he is also out. Had I think Parliament Hill in the 140 at Chepstow, he's out. And then the 310 I had Man of the Northern Kempton, I think he's out as well. So one of those. But yeah, we'll just get straight into it. We're actually gone for another horse in the 105 at Chepstow in the Coral Handicap Chase. This class 2 over 2 miles and 3 furlongs. The ground is forecast to be soft, so that's kind of changed my perspective and selection. Obviously, with Grey Diamond being out, so it's giving me a chance to go for Pink Legend at 8-1 on Bet365. It's the market's all over the place at the moment. Some firms put up at 11-2, some have gone 7-1, and I know 365 is the biggest price at the moment. 8-1. I would get on that as soon as possible. I think she is the class of the field. If you look at sort of her form coming into the race, obviously pulled up last time out at Aintree. Had a big excuse in that. If you watch the race, she gets ridiculously badly hampered right at the start and just never looked sort of comfortable and set afterwards. But before that, she'd run at Ascot when I was there in October, I think it was, and she ran up a 15-2 winner that looked really game, beating Guy and Pilbara, just to name a few. She looked really impressive in that. I think she'll come on for the obviously the disappointment that she had at Aintree. It's a step down in trip. I think she'll suit because she does run from the front and has sometimes been pegged back before. I think obviously stepping down, I think it's a couple of furlongs. She'll be more than home. I'll actually have enough pace to do it. Venetia Williams and Charlie Deutsch have been a really lethal combo, especially sort of getting into this time of the season. They're really coming to the boil recently. I think Venetia Williams in the last 2 weeks is operating at 32% strike rate, so that's pretty saucy if you ask me. And I think Pink Legend could be another winner to add to that tally. She acts on the softer ground. She seems to like that, and I think she'll go well today as well. Sort of on final race of last season, she ran up in a listed race at the Cheltenham Festival. She ran up there as a winner pretty comfortably. I just think she's a class of the field. If you ask me, she gets the mare allowance, obviously, so she's not carrying as much, but is one of the highest rated horses in the race regardless. It's only carrying 10 stone 10, so it's nothing too terrible. And I think she's won a listed race and a class 2, and she stepped down in class. She sort of came back into the class 2 fold, and I think she'll be well in here. Have a real chance, and I think she can definitely bounce back from that Aintree disappointment, and as she gets clear around jumping in from the front, just be able to set the tempo to take her to the pace of the race. And I think 8-1 is a big price if you ask me right now. You can go each way, obviously get some change back if which I don't see it coming out of the top 3. So Pink Legend in the 105 at Chepstow, 8-1, should hopefully keep 27th off quite nicely. moving swiftly on, we will stay in Chepstow. In the 140, I'm just going to say Porticello is 4-1, 3-5. I think that's quite a big price. I don't really like tipping up juveniles too much. I think Porticello could run a big race as well. So same as Sky Cutter, it's 5-1, but it's a bit of a nip and tuck race. I don't really want to get too involved with it, but I just thought I'd throw him out there. But in the 250, the big one, the Welsh Grand National, it's a Grade 3, over 3 miles, 6 and 7 furlongs. This is the only selection that's actually stayed in from the previous recording I did of this, and that is Potter's Corner. I think I tipped up Anti-Post in the December video. I tipped up Next Destination and Mighty Don for this, and they've both been withdrawn. Probably luckily for as for the Mighty Don. So I've sort of changed gears and looked towards Potter's Corner, who is anywhere from 11 to 14 to 1 at the moment on different firms. Jack Judy gets to ride for Christian Williams, and Jack Judy obviously is going to be claiming £3, so that brings his overall weight carriage to under 10 stone. I think he'd be getting off at 9 stone 11, which is a serious featherweight contender. You know, that is not a lot at all, especially over this extended trip. And the reason I like Potter's Corner here is he won this race in 2019, and it was his first race back over fences because he'd been switched. He went chasing, and then for a season went back over hurdles, and then got switched back to the bigger obstacles. And I think does love it here at Chepstow. It's 4-5 at Chepstow. That's a pretty solid strike rate, if you ask me. And Chepstow is known to be a specialist course, so having sort of course and distance form, I think, is really important for this one, especially obviously in a national type race. It's really important, and Potter's Corner has that to a T. Also won the Midlands Grand National at Uttoxeter in 2019, so is I'd say is a specialist over this much extended trip. I think he could go really well at quite a big price. Should have the stamina, and didn't look brilliant. Hasn't looked sort of brilliant since coming back. It didn't look brilliant up until December meeting at Cheltenham. So on reappearance, first 3 races, he's came 7th of 7, 6th of 13, and then was pulled up at Haydock before coming second in the cross country handicap, the Crystal Cup cross country handicap for Diesel d'Allier, and it was obviously done in the photo by Nose there, and looks really, really impressive from that. And it's he's been comparing exactly the same as he was when he won the Welsh Grand National in 2019. Has had 4 runs to prep for this, and then on the 5th run normally gets off the mark. And if that rings true to tomorrow, I think he'll obviously be right up in there. He's going off a very low mark, way below his last winning mark, which was a 157. He's down at 132 at the moment, so he's well in at the weights, if you ask me. Obviously, it's been dropped £3 for the Cheltenham second. I mean, I don't quite understand it. I think that's really, really generous from the handicapper, and I think he's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with if he gets round tomorrow. I think he could go really well for us. The favourite, obviously, if you look at a Secret Reprieve, haven't seen Secret Reprieve since he last won. He won the 2020 renewal of this race, hasn't been seen since, and had a prep run for that, and doesn't seem to go like that. Isn't renowned for going really well fresh. So there's sort of a tiny bit of reserve in my mind there about him. And then if you look at the big dog, the Irish Raider, I think he's got a bit more the ground. I think he wants heavy ground. Obviously, soft is sort of more on his side. If it really was to absolutely tsunami it down tonight, then he'd have a right chance. He'd be loving it in a mud bath. But I think the value of 11 to 14 to 1 for Potter's Corner is right there for a horse that's won this race before, has won a Midlands Grand National, and just and loves it on the softer kind of ground as well. So I think he could do some damage here. When he won the Grand National, it was on heavy, so he runs from good to soft to heavy. I think he's going to really like a bit of juice in the ground as well. So could definitely be a real contender for us there if he gets clean round jumping. I was just going to say the other one I'd like to mention is the Oscar is 28 to 1 on 365. Is 3 of 5 at Chepstow. obviously tipped him up at the December meeting in for Cheltenham, and he ran up a really game second there. I thought for life of me he was going to get past, get up straight, but he never did. He never was quite able to sort of reel in the leader, but I think he could go well if he's able to stay the extended trip. And it hasn't shown me there hasn't shown me anything that suggests he wouldn't. But I just thought I'd just throw him out there. But my main tip of the day there is Potter's Corner in the 14-1 in the 250 at Chepstow, the Welsh Grand National. And then finally, it's been a bit of a whistle-stop tour. Been just trying to get it out as quickly as possible. Not messing about. Boxing Day evening, absolutely hanging. I'm going to go for the last race at Kempton, a 340. It's the Ladbrokes Committed to Safer Gambling handicap hurdle over 2 miles on soft ground in a class 3. And my selection here is Captain Morgs at 9-2. He's on 365. Captain Morgs, I think, is the class horse in the field. To be quite frank, nothing in behind or anywhere else suggests that he could be better. Obviously, Hacker de Plessis is rated £5 higher, having won one 2 mile handicap hurdle in a class 4 at Wetherby, not beating anything. I don't necessarily understand that. And Captain Morgs has the best form in the race. Has won obviously won in November meeting at Ascot when I was there. In a class 2, ran up pretty well there. And that has some decent form lines in the back of it. So Gary Clement obviously ran up, was third last week at Ascot in the Betfair Exchange Trophy to Tritonic, and obviously that's some pretty sound form behind there. Leo Carvalho is obviously has been pretty decent as well. So that form line is looking pretty juicy just from that race alone. And then at Newbury, obviously towards the end of last month, he went down to 2 lengths to one more for the road in a listed race. And if you horse them behind him was Gal Road and Soaring Glory, who I think is definitely franked that form today. Obviously coming up, just being nabbed for second in the Christmas hurdle, obviously. So that's pretty strong form lines, if you ask me. I don't think anything else in this race has anything near the form lines that Captain Morgs does. Also, if you run back again, he ran at Cheltenham as well, started the season off, came third behind Cool Cody, who ran up and won. He ran up to win the Racing Posthill Cup in December, and then also ran up to the winner of that race, Garner Dreams, won the International Hurdle in December. So really strong form lines. Has not been disgraced. Come third, first, second this season. I think he's due for this one as well. Step down in class again, so he's gone from class 2 to class 3. I don't think anything else here will really touch him at all. I'm very bullish on this one. He'd been my nap of the day as Captain Morgan. Captain Morgs. I just think he's going to absolutely piss it up. I don't see anything here that would suggest he's going to win. Nick Henderson was obviously in good form today. Had Epton winning. Obviously the Christmas hurdle and another one running up as well. I can't remember where, but I think Captain Morgs is pretty strong, if you ask me, at 92 there, and it's a big price and really big value. I do see him running very well. So that is it all for today, guys. This has been a bit of a shorter one, a bit quick, as I said, obviously because of what happened. I'll try and get it out as soon as possible, and we'll hopefully have as good a day tomorrow as we had today. We did a really cracking one today, so please like and subscribe. Obviously we're getting some winnings out there now. It's big each way plays, so keeping it going and try and grow the channel. So please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Come on the Morgs.